What would you do if standing up for your faith meant being thrown into a den filled with hungry lions? Would you stay silent to save your life, or trust in God, even if it cost you everything? This is not just an ancient story. It's a timeless lesson about courage, faith, and the incredible power of divine protection. And if you want God's blessings and favor in your life, make sure to like this video and subscribe right now, because today, you're about to discover how the story of Daniel in the lion's den can transform the way you face challenges in your own life. Long before the lions, Daniel was already a man set apart. Taken as a young exile from Judah into Babylon, he lived in a foreign land under kings who worshipped other gods. Yet, Daniel rose to positions of power because of his wisdom, integrity, and unwavering devotion to the one true God. Imagine being far from home, surrounded by people who don't share your values, and yet remaining faithful when it would have been easier to blend in. Have you ever felt like the odd one out for living your faith? Daniel understood that pressure better than most. Daniel's success stirred jealousy. His rivals could find no corruption in him, so they attacked him at his strongest point, his faith. They convinced King Darius to sign a decree that no one could pray to any god or man except the king for 30 days. The penalty? Being thrown into the lion's den. Think about that. For 30 days, all Daniel had to do was stop praying publicly. He could have hidden his faith, pretended to comply, and survived. But what did he do? Daniel went straight home, opened his windows, and prayed 3 times a day just as he always had. No fear, no compromise. Would you have done the same? Or would you have hidden your prayers behind closed doors? Of course, Daniel's enemies were waiting. They reported him to the king. Suddenly, the man who had risen to power through integrity was now accused of rebellion. King Darius admired Daniel and tried desperately to save him, but the law could not be changed. The decree had been sealed. Here's the tension. Daniel's fate seemed sealed too. The king ordered him thrown into the lion's den. But before Daniel was lowered into that pit, Darius spoke words that echo through history. May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you. Pause here and ask yourself, who do you trust when your life is on the line? The den was sealed with a stone. Guards were placed. The king spent the night fasting, unable to sleep, tormented by the thought of Daniel being torn apart. Meanwhile, inside the den, the impossible happened. The lions did not attack. Daniel later testified that an angel of God shut their mouths. Can you picture it? The growls of hungry lions all around him, yet not a single claw touched him. The very thing designed to destroy him became the backdrop for God's greatest display of power. Sometimes, the place of your greatest danger can become the stage for your greatest miracle. At the first light of dawn, the king rushed to the den. His voice trembled as he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to rescue you?" And then, the unthinkable reply echoed back, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight." Daniel emerged without a single scratch. The miracle was undeniable. God had delivered him. But the story doesn't stop there. His enemies, who plotted against him, were thrown into the same den, and the lions overpowered them instantly. Overwhelmed, King Darius issued a new decree that every nation and people within his kingdom must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. Think about that. One man's faithfulness in prayer led to an entire empire recognizing the power of God. Daniel didn't just survive the lions, he influenced a kingdom. That's the power of standing firm in faith. So what does this ancient story mean for us? Let's break it down into 3 powerful lessons. Faithfulness matters more than convenience. Daniel could have taken the easy way out, but true faith is proven when it's costly. God's protection is greater than man's threats. No matter how dangerous the situation, God's power can shut the mouths of the lions in your life, whether that's fear, opposition, or injustice. Your faith can impact others. Daniel's courage didn't just save him, it turned a king's heart and influenced a nation. Your obedience to God may be the spark that transforms lives around you. We may not face literal lions today, but we all face dens of fear, pressure, or persecution. Your lions might be financial struggles, broken relationships, or battles with doubt, but the same God who delivered Daniel is able to deliver you. When you stand firm, even when it costs you, you position yourself for God's miraculous intervention. So ask yourself, where am I being tempted to compromise? What lions am I facing right now? Do I trust God enough to step into the den, knowing He is with me? The story of Daniel in the lion's den isn't just history. It's an invitation to live boldly, to trust deeply, and to believe that God still rescues today. If this message inspired you, don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs courage right now. And if you want to continue your journey of spiritual growth and discover more life-changing stories from the Bible, click the link in the description. And before you go, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because your next breakthrough might come from the very next video you watch here. Remember this: lions may roar, enemies may plot, but God's power is greater. Stay faithful and watch Him move in your life.